So I have to make a part 4 of this. I have to make a part 4 of that video. So this is the part 4. And it's about something specific that I want to talk about. Now, what do I need to talk about first? This was when I was talking to, I don't know if I'll put the volume down, forget about it. This is when I was talking about, I was speaking to voices in my head, I don't know, 3 years ago or something like that, a couple of years ago, and I was speaking to voices in my head. And I was having conversations with voices in my head and stuff like that. So this is tobacco. This is a tobacco roll up. It's not weed. Okay, it's just tobacco. So I was speaking to voices in my head. This was a couple years back, and we were talking about the same thing we always talk about. These voices in my head, and you know, this is talking about something very special, that I find very special to myself and stuff like that. So I want to say this right, and I want to say this properly, the way, so that the message can be delivered to you properly. So what I want to talk about is something very important. And I've told you everything about all the recent videos, so this is what I want to specifically talk about. Is one thing, is some of my conversations with my voices. So hold on. One of my conversations with my voices, okay, and how this started, how this thing started in my mind whilst I was talking to my voices in my head. Sorry, I got a bad throat or something. Damn. Hi. Let me put the speaker somewhere. I'm using this. Put that there. So, so I was just, you know, it was a normal thing for me to be speaking to my voices in my head, and you know, I just talk about everything. Me and my voices, I just talk about everything, man. So we'll just talk about whatever, we'll talk about everything. And they asked me a question and something like that. The voices asked me a question. And then I reacted to it in an angry way, because I got angry or something, or frustrated that, let me turn this down. I got angry and frustrated. Not like actual, like, you know, I'm raving angry, but like, you know, just kind of like frustrated and stuff like that. And then I said something like, no, I was there, I did that, or something like that. And the voices were just like, well, prove to us about this, or prove to us about that. And so why can't we do this, why can't we do that? And I said, no, because that was what happened there, or something like that. So I was explaining some stuff to them, and they were trying to challenge me about my proposition, and I had to take into account their proposition and shit like that. So you know, we're just trying to work things out. And they said something like, don't you wanna do the music thing, or don't you wanna go and do that over there or something like that? And then I said, no, I can't do that, and I won't do that. And something about music and entertainment, YouTube kind of stuff. And then I said, no, I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna go there. And then they said, why? My voices said, why? Hold on. They said, why? And then I start to explain to them about something that I can never, I haven't remembered. Like in my life, I've lived in England, and I've always lived in England. So there's no way I could have lived anywhere else in a different country, okay? Because I've lived in England since I was a child. So there's no way I could have been living somewhere else outside of England, okay? But when they asked me, and they asked me the question saying, well, why don't you want to go there, and why don't you want to do the music or something like that? They said, why don't you want to do the music, and why don't you want to go there? And I said, no, because last time I went there, they killed my friend. And I said, they said, who's your friend? And I said, there's this girl that's my friend. And then they said, well, how were you there? What do you mean? Like, you've never even lived there? And I said, no, I used to live there. I've always, I used to live there as a kid. And then they said, no, you were living in England here as a kid and stuff like that. And I said, no, no, no. And then I explained to them that, look, when I was there, I was taken there as a kid, and I remember that they killed my friend. That was a girl that I knew at that time when I was there as a kid, and they killed my friend. And she did everything that we wanted to do, and then she got killed for it. So I explained to them that, no, I'm not gonna go there and do that, because my friend did the same thing and she got killed for it. And so they said, how do you remember this? Or how do you not have any memories? Or how did you even live there? And I said, no, I'm sure I lived there. I'm sure I did that. Even when I can't even remember actual memories. But something was I knew something, and I was being told, like, no, that actually did happen. I once did live there. Maybe not when I was a kid here in England, but some way, somehow, sometime, I was actually there, and I did live there as a kid, around 12 years old or something. And that actually happened, and my friend got killed because of doing that. And then I knew that it wasn't an actual memory, but I was convinced that I did live there as a child, and my friend did get killed, even though I was living here in England when I was a kid at 12, and I've never been there. So the place that I specifically said that I was at was Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America. So I've never even traveled there or been there or lived there or done anything there at all in my whole life. So, but I was convinced that I did live there, and I was there, and my friend got killed there when I was with her there, and so many crazy things happened. And that it wasn't when I was in this life, as when I was a child in this life, when I was in England, I've been in England, it was I don't know when or how or what, but I looked like this, I was the same like this. And everything seemed the same. The world was the same, Beverly Hills was the same, every place in America was the same. But instead of living in England, I was in America in Beverly Hills. So you already know that Beverly Hills is like I don't know, the richest neighborhood in California or something like that. It's where celebrities are at. It's where you know, rich people are at, like Jewish rich people and stuff like that. And it's not it's like a it's like a rich neighborhood. Like there's mansions there, like 50 million mansions, $50 million mansions, and stuff like that. So but I said, but I said like, yo, that actually happened over there in Beverly Hills. And then they said, but you don't know anything about Beverly Hills. And then I said, yeah, I don't know anything about Beverly Hills because I didn't research this kind of stuff. I didn't know much about it. I just thought that it was it was a celebrity neighborhood or something. So I didn't know anything. I would click on the internet on YouTube and I'll see one of my I'm fans of one of those celebrities. I'm fans of one of those celebrities, and so I didn't pay attention. I didn't know that that celebrity was in Beverly Hills. So I was just like, oh, I'm watching this video, and then it says somewhere Beverly Hills, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, so this is like some neighborhood where celebrities stay at, and it's like a really good neighborhood or something. So I was just researching and looking at that, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this is like a popular thing. And then I read about Rodeo Drive. I read about all kinds of celebrities that lived in those mansions. There's what else is there in Beverly Hills? There's like, I don't know, the designer clothes shopping centers place and all that kind of stuff. Everything, you know, just normal stuff. So but I was convinced at the time that yes, I did live there. And then they said, well, what happened? And I said, well, I was with my friend and we were being we got captured or something. And it was one of my first memories of whatever. And we got captured and sentenced to life in Beverly Hills. It was like not like a prison, but kind of like a prison. Like those bad people that kept us there and would not let us leave. And we had to do so many things just to survive and stuff like that. So it wasn't actually like, as in I bought a mansion or something. It was like I had no place to live. And I was sentenced there forever just to not even have a place to live, just to be there on the street or some shit with this girl that I knew, with this girl that I didn't even know, but I became her friend there. And so, and it wasn't it wasn't like old fashioned stuff. It was just the same way you see Beverly Hills right now today. And so what the bad thing was is that there would be loads of bad things that happened there when I was there with that girl. And like we were trying to survive just to live, like because there's crazy shit happening, people with guns and even weird stuff like, I don't know, aliens or something. Like there was aliens, people trying to be violent, people shooting people, all that kind of stuff, and Illuminati rituals and stuff like that, and all kinds of crazy stuff you would never think even existed in just a normal rich neighborhood and stuff like that. So I went on to explain like, okay, you see this thing we're doing, like about this completion of music and what else? The electromagnetic field. That's what we were talking about with me and my voices. And then I said, well, this girl I was with has actually done this. And then they said, what do you mean she actually done it? And I said, what we're doing and what we're trying to do, this girl has actually done it and she got killed for it. And then they said, so tell us about it. What are you on about? And then I explained everything to them. And then they were just like, my voice is just said like, what the fuck? What is this? And then I explained more and more and more. And then they said, holy shit, what is this? And then I said like, yeah, that's actually what happened. And the more I talked about it, the more real it started to become. The more I talked about it, the more real it started to become. And I started to gain actual memories. Like, I was like, oh, I remember that, and I remember that. And the more it went on, the more these memories started to come to me and stuff. And then it started to become that strong emotion that I was talking about. It started to become that strong emotion that I was talking about. And so I talked about all these things. And then it's to the point where, holy shit, well, now it's something real. You know what I mean? Something so normal about, like, something so, like, simple about telling my voices about, oh, I was in Beverly Hills with a girl and we were fighting for our lives and trying to survive in Beverly Hills. And then all these memories, they start coming back and the strong emotions started coming back. And then I had created this whole intense thing in my mind. And it was just me by myself and my voices, my voices with me, looking at whatever I was looking at in my mind. And you're like, people will probably ask like, are my voices like alive or something, or can they see or anything like that? Or am I aware that it's my schizophrenia? Well, I know it's my schizophrenia, but that doesn't mean the voices go away. You know what I mean? So even though I'm schizophrenic and it's my schizophrenia, no matter how hard I try to get these hallucinations away from me or something like that, or what I do, it's a part of me. I take medication, I get treatment and stuff, but it's not something that's gonna go away. And I know it's not something that's gonna go away. So this is kind of like permanent and stuff like that. So I try my best to try and like work with the voices in my head, work with everything, all these hallucinations and delusions, and try and accept my illness and not try and judge myself or force myself to discipline myself or something like that. So yeah, I used to talk to the voices in my head and stuff like that and try and do my best to accept what I have, this illness that I have. So what else? So yeah, it just got to the point where I was actually having, it got to the point where I was actually having memories of things that I've never even done in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I was having memories of things that I've never even done in my whole life. And places I've never even been in my whole life. And so many things I've done that I've never even done in my whole life. So my phone keeps on sending this pop-up, more light required. That's what it says. So I'll just ignore that rubbish, man. Try and stay in the light. So let me just check this. Alright. So I thought I could describe it or explain it, but I don't know how to, because it doesn't explain the emotion behind it, you know what I mean? It just seems like something normal that happened to me, or I was just having thoughts in my mind, but the things that I've thought of and how it developed has changed my life completely. Okay, it's not things like I'm making a difference in my behavior or anything. It's things like, you know, just changed my life and stuff like that, and gave me something that is not owned by anyone else. It, like, the things I've thought of is not owned by anyone else. It's owned by me because I created it in my mind. So I'm the creator of what I imagined in my mind. I'm the creator of these thoughts that I'm having. So I'm proud of myself. I know it's schizophrenia, but I'm proud of myself, and that I'm the one that did all of that in my mind. I'm the one that thought of those things in my mind. So I didn't read it on the internet or anything. I didn't watch it on TV. It's things I created in my mind. So as those things developed, it got more, the emotions got stronger, and the things started becoming more real. The things I was thinking started to becoming more real. So, but then you know, that's pretty much it. It's the same chemical reaction stuff I was talking about. So, you know, nothing really changed, but you know, it's important to me. Those things are important to me. So I've had meaningful experiences from my schizophrenia. You know what I mean? So something meaningful, and it means a lot to me. It feels like, what if there was the possibility that I never would have come across the things I've come across caused by my schizophrenia? I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I really need to think about how, if I hadn't thought of those things, I never would have found out about it. I never would have thought about those things I could even think about or something. So I'm very grateful that I did think about those things, and it's like finding out memories that were long and lost memories of something so good. So I know that I've never been to Beverly Hills, like, but you know, it was just my schizophrenia telling me that. But even though I know it's not real, it's important to me. And people would ask, well, why is it important to me? Because it's things about what do you call it? It doesn't even say like what you would call those emotions. It just says strong emotions and inappropriate emotions. Just strong emotions that are inappropriate. So let me try and think of it. Is if something really bad happened to you, and it caused some reaction in your mind, and so really bad things happened, and it caused a chemical reaction in your mind, and that stays with you forever, and stuff like that. So, like I said, it was not nothing negative, as in, it was not nothing negative as in the actual result of it was negative, but it's like having like strong negative emotions, but it's not painful or anything. It's like powerful. It's like strong and fierce and stuff like that. Like strong and fierce, because of what I knew myself, myself about things. So it was due to something where I had believed that I drank the blood of my friend when she had her throat cut open. So my friend had her throat cut open, and I didn't want her to die or to leave me, so I opened my mouth and I put it on her throat where it was cut open, and I drank all the blood until she died while she was holding on to me. And, you know, that's what I believed, you know, my delusions, that's what I believed. And I started even hallucinating it. And, you know, I believed that I drank her blood and stuff like that. And that her blood, was consumed by my body or something like that. And that it's still in my body, like her blood is still in my body or something. So, and then though I was explaining something about music and everything that I've done with music, and then I said, well, I need a name for music, and I was thinking of like, what about a shark? What about something like? And then I thought, oh, what about something about cocaine or something? But it was something specific, because there was one time I tried cocaine and stuff like that. So I thought, well, what about something then? I thought, well, why don't I say something like shark something? And I couldn't find I found out that someone had already used the name shark, and so I thought, oh, I can't use the shark one. And then I thought of the movie, you know, the movie Jaws, like that shark that it eats people and kills people and stuff like that. So that movie Jaws, it's like I think it's Steven Spielberg or something. So that movie Jaws, so I thought, oh, what about Jaws? Because it's still a shark, but it doesn't say shark, it says Jaws, like Jaws. And then so I said, okay, well, I'm gonna do my stage name. I'm gonna make my stage name, as in my music name, Jaws. So not just Jaws, but L Jaws. So L is something like I think it's like something like Mexican or Spanish or something, but that's got a story behind it as well. But I just want to say that's why I got the name L Jaws. And also the reason why I definitely picked that is because how I told you about how I drank her blood from her throat, like not like that, like just drank it. And then so you know, I drank it with my mouth, so my jaws, so like I just thought that was like a coincidence or something. So so yeah, that's why I call myself Old Jaws and stuff like that. And what else? I don't know if I can find, I don't know if I could find evidence for many of those things. I don't know if I could find evidence, but you know, it's just, it's still meaningful for me, you know what I mean? It's still meaningful. So yeah. And what else? So what else? And also, the thing about strong emotions, there was this one time about 5-6 years ago or something. Yeah, 6 years ago was when I turned into an adult. And you know, I was out of, I didn't have any, I don't know if I had any money with me. I didn't have my personal belongings or anything, because I just moved and stuff like that. And then I end up watching something that one of my family members, they recommended it to me. And they recommended it to me, and but they recommended it like ages ago, like way before that. So like I just picked up off it, like years later I just picked up and I said, oh well, I'll watch that. They recommended a movie to me, so I'll watch the movie. And at the best part of the movie, and it was the first time I watched it, so it was like emotional for me. So I watched the whole movie. It was wait, let me tell you, I watched the movie, and the best part of it, you know, I was feeling like I was in a negative point of my life, like something, I was in a negative point of my life, so I really was searching for, like, kind of like to be saved or something, or to be like, I don't know, saved, like emotionally saved or some shit. So that negativity, it drove me to understand that part of the movie properly. So I was watching that part of the movie, and I was focusing on it, and then the person on the movie, like, they do their thing, the acting, and like and then I was like, holy shit. And then like it worked, like that emotional reaction, that chemical reaction, that emotional reaction worked at that point at the best moment in the movie, when the actor was acting like that they were going through that, because that was part of the movie. And so whilst it was showing them going through that, I was going through it. So just by watching it, and then the whole movie plays out and all that kind of stuff, and then you know, I just had that huge emotional reaction, but now it was like the most perfect one. It wasn't just like all the other old ones that were like, you know, my emotions and being powerful and stuff like that, but this one was something really powerful. So with this one, you know, I just felt like I was freed from all the negative stuff, or I was freed from all the messed up stuff. And it was, that thing was staying in my mind, the emotion, the fearlessness and all that kind of stuff. So then I had loads of energy and everything, but what happened afterwards was, I thought that things were gonna be perfect or better after that, but the emotion and the feeling, it just went away. And I was so angry that it went away, that emotion went away. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I just thought, oh my gosh, like, but and then I got a girlfriend, and you know, I still had the energy and the, you know, the powerfulness from it. I had all the energy and the powerfulness from it, but the actual thing, that didn't stay in my mind. It didn't stay in my feelings. So you know, I was all energized and happy. So, you know, I went and got a girlfriend, and you know, I talked to her. We used to always talk, and like, we had sex and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. And then we break up, and I end up going to hospital and stuff like that. So then I went to hospital, and then I got out of hospital. I was doing drugs and stuff like that. And but yeah, like, that special thing, it wasn't there anymore, and it just disappeared. So yeah, I wish that I could somehow find that thing, but I know that it's caused by negative things. I know it's caused by like bad things. So as in, like, you'd have to be traumatized to get that feeling. You'd have to be tortured to get that feeling. It's not just like you can watch a movie or be motivated. You have to go through a lot of pain to get that feeling. So I knew that it was almost impossible for me to ever get that feeling again, and I just wish that I could get that feeling again, but I would have to be fucking physically tortured for me to ever attain that feeling again, you know, because it's not just that I watched the movie, it's that I'd been through a lot of bad stuff. It's that I'd been traumatized so much. So because of how much I got traumatized and bad stuff happening to me, and then I watched the movie, that's when it happened. So yeah, and then like recently I started reading up, oh, that's the schizophrenia thing. So I'm thinking, okay, well, that's what they're saying about it. So yeah, I think I got schizophrenia from all the trauma I've been through or something like that. No one in my family has schizophrenia, so I think it's probably because of trauma and stuff like that. Bad things happening to me and shit like that. So what else? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know about any other information because it might take too long, and I don't know if I can explain. I don't know if I can explain how important it is to me. You know what I mean? So I think I'll find a way to make something, like an edit something to kind of like explain what I'm talking about more descriptively. So yeah, man. And so if you like the video, tell me about it, comment, like it, subscribe if you want to see more videos. And I'm sorry, I'm getting stuff with my throat and stuff like that. I don't know if it's because I smoke tobacco, I don't know, but yeah. I wonder what time it is. 7:39 in the morning. So yeah, I'm gonna post this video. I thought I'd be able to explain it more, but I don't know if I could do it. Maybe I'll just wait till maybe I'll just wait till I go to fucking and maybe I'll wait till I record it, like go to a studio or get a microphone or something and record my song about it and stuff like that, because I think the music I make will explain it better than what I could say on a video, you know, explain the emotions better and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing music stuff and trying to get better at making music. So yeah, I'll make some songs, make some music videos, and try to explain that kind of stuff. Let me check that. Like I said before, I accidentally hurt myself. I accidentally burnt myself because of the fucking heater thing. So that's why I put that instrumental on. It was Beverly Hills by Shabuzi. One other thing is that, you know, my nails, they grow really fast, so I always end up having to cut them regularly. I don't know why they grow so fast, you know what I mean? Because I don't like having long nails, so I always cut them, you know. I hate having long nails, so I always cut them, and you could just see that. I like it like that. I like it like when it's just short and stuff, you know. I don't like long nails. I hate it. So if I got long nails, I'll just always cut it and stuff, you know. I don't know about anyone else. Maybe people think it's nice to have long nails, but I hate it, man. I'm sorry. Get so uncomfortable and stuff, you know. My private parts. So, if you want to know more about anything I'm going through in my schizophrenia and stuff, I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you this one other thing as well. Actually, no, I can't be bothered now. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, so I'll tell you this one other thing. Hold on. Like 5 years ago or something, I was in that general hospital that I was talking about when I was in the waiting room, the emergency room or something like that. And I was listening to music and stuff, and I drank some coffee and stuff like that. And I went to sleep. I was hearing the voices and stuff, and I was talking to the voices, and hold on. And I said that, okay, well, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. I'm not gonna be with you or something. I'm not gonna talk to you anymore, and I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. And they said, oh no, why are you doing that? You need to try and be our friend or something. They were begging me to come back to them and talk to them again and be their friend again. But I said no, because you're not keeping your promises. You're not telling me the truth and stuff like that. So I ignored them, and I said, I'm not going to talk to you. And then I went to sleep, and then I woke up, and then I had like loads of like anxiety and shit. Like I had loads of like almost fear and anxiety and stuff like that. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I woke up and I look around, and then I heard a guy that was next to me in the waiting room somewhere talking to the nurses or something. And he starts shouting, and he says, he shouts so loud, and he's shouting so loud, and he says, please make him stay, please make him stay. And I'm like, I was thinking, oh no, it's about something else. And then my voices were telling me, no, you need to get back with us, you need to stay with us, you need to talk to us and get back in a relationship with us and be friends with us again. And then I'm like, what the fuck? And then the guy starts shouting, please make him stay, please make him stay. And he said, please, please, please make him stay. And then I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, I told the voices, okay, well, I'll talk to you, I'll stay, I'll talk to you, I'll be your friend and everything. And then he starts like shouting less and stuff. And he was just like, please make him stay, please make him stay. And it's just like, okay. And then the nurses and stuff were saying like, okay, don't worry, or nothing like that. And then he calms down, and then he stops shouting. That was when I said, okay, I'll stay, I'll talk to you. And then he just stops shouting. And then so the guy walks away and stuff like that. And then the anxiety goes away. And then I just realized, oh shit, well, you really want to talk to me and stuff like that. The voices really want to talk to me and stuff. So I just continued talking to the voices. And I knew that if I'd ever try and stop talking to them, that they'd do it again, and they'd try and get my attention again and try and force me to talk to them again and be their friend again. So after that, I made sure I never went against them or tried to like not talk to them or anything like that. So and there was times afterwards when I'll be like, okay, well, I'm not going to be your friend anymore, I'm not going to do this because of whatever bad thing happened or something like that. And but I would always get back to them. I would always go back and be friends with them and stuff like that again. So yeah. And people will say like, how can you have a relationship with your schizophrenia? How can you have a relationship with the voices in your head? And I'm like, I do everything with my voices. I talk to them 24/7. I would tell them about everything. They talk to me about everything. We'd be friends. I'd say I love you, and they'd say they love me back. And they said I love you too back. And And you know, it was like an actual relationship with a person, not just voices, but it was like I was having a relationship, a full-on relationship with my voices. So yeah, I never thought that schizophrenia could be like that, but it actually was like that for me. And so yeah, and I'm not talking stuff like I'm just having weird conversations. The way you'd have a 20-year relationship with your wife or with your husband, and you would talk about the news, you talk about TV, you talk about your job, you talk about your life, your childhood, everything, and they would be responding to you in the same way, telling you about everything, and a full-on relationship, all in my mind, just with my voices. And it wasn't incoherent, it wasn't stuff like that didn't make sense. It was like we talk about things like just anything, and what you talk about with your parents, with your children, with anyone, you know. And I did have delusions and stuff like that, but the conversations were coherent. The conversations were not just about things that was the delusions, you know what I mean? So like, just 24/7 always talking to them. And even, you know, there'll be times where I'll be like there'll be times where like I need advice for something, or I need to help with something, and they talk to me and they give me help with this and they give me advice with this and stuff like that. Literally just like talking to a normal person, literally just the same way you'd have loads of conversations with anyone, just exactly the same, but it's just my voices in my head. So yeah, I didn't know that schizophrenia could manifest that much, or that it could be so real or something. It could seem so real. But yeah, I don't know what other people have to say about it, but yeah, that's my life. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I think I'll finish this video up and leave you guys with that. I know that people like seeing me smoke, so I'll roll up another one and I'll smoke in front of the camera and show you me smoking. Alright. So this is JPS Players Easy Rolling Tobacco. This is what I smoke. JPS Players Easy Rolling Tobacco. So it's just tobacco, nothing else. It smells good. And I don't promote tobacco, I just smoke it. You know what I mean? But this video is not made for children. So, you know, I'll just smoke in front of the camera and stuff. In Beverly Hills, they covered in grease. I'm alone as cowboy, stuck in my jeans and a baby. Y'all got a couple in me. Won't drive no truck if it's way too clean. Golly, goodness me, for the boot cut boys, it's always green. Come round here, better pack some heat. I'll run with bandits, hang with thieves. I'm alone as cowboy, stuck in my jeans and a baby. Y'all got a couple in me. Won't drive no truck if it's way too clean. Golly, goodness me, for the boot cut boys, it's always green. Come round here, better pack some heat. I run with bandits, hang with thieves. In Beverly Hills, covered in grease, alone as cowboys, taking my jeans and a baby. I got a couple in me, won't drive no truck if it's way too clean. Golly, goodness me, the boot cut boys is always green. Come round here, better fuck some heat. I run with bandits, hang with thieves. Alone as cowboys, taking my jeans and a baby. I got a couple in me, won't drive no truck if it's way too clean. Let me put a what do you call it? Instrumental I put on a song I made, so I'll put that instrumental on. Oh, there's an advert. Hold on. Some of you guys might know this. I called the song Hollywood Plug. I called the song Hollywood Plug. If you stay tuned to my channel, I'll give you updates about anything that's happening with me, if I'm trying to do something new or anything, or if I make any music. So right now it's not much like anything big, it's just updates, vlogs, normal stuff. But you know, I'll do more videos, tell you everything new. So stay subscribed, stay tuned to my stuff. My YouTube, I might get a new name for my YouTube, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. I'll do that later. But if I do, I'll make sure that everyone can find me. So you know, if you can't find my YouTube channel, save one of my videos that's on my YouTube channel, and then like you can click on the video and then it'll show you the channel where it's got the new name. Okay, but I'll do that later. I'll change the name later, because that name that I put, Bubblegum Leon 22, is it's like it's not like an official name or anything. It's just what I named the channel to be. Dun 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 dun. Hold your horses. Hold on. Hold on. Check this out. So what's up, man? Do you like the video? Do you like the videos? You better like it. Took so long for me to make. Took so long for me to make. What up? Dimples. Because I'm strong. I want to get big and strong. There's two things I want to do. Oh man. Hold on. There's two things I want to do. I want to get big and strong. That was from a CT Fletcher video that I watched, where he lifts 500, benches 500 pounds. So you know the bench is like when it goes like that. And then he goes, he's doing the thing like that, and he goes, there's two things I want to do. Let's get big and strong. might not be big, but I'm real strong, man. I'm real strong. I think I could lift like, I don't know how much I could lift, but you know, I'm real strong, man. When I was a kid, I lifted like 100 kg. So it was not weights. It was one of my relatives was 100 kg in weight, and I lifted them off the ground when I was a kid. So like they weighed 100 kg, and I lifted them off the ground when I was a kid. And it didn't even feel like that. That was when I was a kid, so I could probably lift way more. I have this thing where I got restless legs and shit like that, so like, you know, when you see me like pacing and moving and stuff like that, that's because of the medication. It's not because of that I'm nervous or anything. It's like, it's the actual side effects from the medication. It makes me like pace and shake and shit like that. And like you can see like my legs, they go like, my legs just go like, or something like that, or like, you know, just pace and shit like that. I don't even know. So like it's from the antipsychotic medication. And hold on. And I know that I'm getting something like, hold on. I know, hold on. I know that I'm getting something like tardive dyskinesia because, as you can see, no, you can't see it now, but like every time, sometimes when I'm like sitting down or something, or I'm lying down or something, like my jaw just like has an uncontrollable movement. It just goes like that. It just goes like, it just goes like that. It just goes like, that's what it goes like. It goes like something like that. So that was after I took the antipsychotics when maybe like, you know, I've been on the antipsychotic medication for like years now, so it's only recently when that tardive dyskinesia thing has been start to show and shit like that. So yeah, I hope it doesn't get severe, because like I know tardive dyskinesia can like get real bad and like always do it or something like that. But right now it's only sometimes, but it doesn't do it all the time and stuff like that. And it isn't really that bad for me, but I don't want it to get severe. You know, people can't, but I don't know if anyone's really noticed, so I don't think anyone can notice it. But sometimes it happens when sometimes when I'm sitting down or when I'm lying down or something, it just goes like, so yeah. And sometimes, I think last night it done something like started going up or down or something, and like started doing some weird ass stuff. But yeah, I hope it don't get bad. Yeah, man. So yeah, this is my video. 1 hour video. So if you like this, let me know If you want to see more stuff about my schizophrenia, let me know, and I'll do the videos. So this is Al Jaws coming at you with another video. Peace. Let me just finish this for the video. So yeah, also I want to give an update, like I moved out of my mom's place, and I'm living on my own now. So this is the first time I'm doing stuff like paying rent and stuff like that, you know. I never used to pay rent before. So I think I did used to pay rent one time when I was living in a different place, but not really that much. So this is the first time I'm like properly paying, like making sure I always pay the rent, and like you know, what's the other thing, the gas and the electricity and stuff like that. And even the water, I pay for the, you know, tap water and stuff, like all the water around the flat. In United Kingdom, we call it flat. So or sometimes apartment. I know in America they call it condo, but here it might be called condo there, but here we call a condo an apartment or a flat. So yeah, I'm supposed to keep it clean, but I haven't cleaned it yet. I'll get to cleaning it. Just getting used to it. All that good stuff. See you guys later, man. It's Al Jaws coming at you with another video. Peace. I just need to take off the fucking thing.